Hey, welcome to Night Lab Games. I'm your host, Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
And today, we're going to play for you.
Beer and bread.
Beer and bread.
Gonna make some beer, make some bread.
Yeah, basic, as simply as that. That's what we're doing. So Beer and Bread is a game where we're playing, taking on the roles as villagers. And we are making beer and bread for monasteries. And the village with the most money, I guess, at the end, wins.
Yes.
All right, simple as that. So Beer and Bread is a two-player game that plays over the course of 6 rounds. Each round representing a different type of season alternatively. So you start out in the fruitful season or fruitful years, and then you go into the dry years, and then fruitful years and dry years. And every other year plays differently, slightly, than the other year. So what we're doing is, if you look at the player board, you know, we have each of our villages are on each separate side of the river, and this is the available crop that we're going to be able to use to make both beer and bread. The game is strictly a card drafting and playing game, right?
Yes.
You do build some tableaus.
Multi-use cards.
You do some actions, and we go through a number of different phases, essentially 4 phases during the round. The first phase, we're going to be, seeding, where we bring in that year's harvest, and the board will tell you if it's a fruitful year, you will go into. You will use the left number. If it's a dry year, you will use the right number. So we start out in a fruitful year, as you see, and we are bringing in a larger amount of crop.
Right.
We start the game by dealing each player, starting with the first player, 5 cards. This is the card phase. And now we go into the action phase, where we will each play a card from our hand. Now, cards have 3 different things you can do with them, 3 different types of actions. You can play them to harvest, and we'll show you that in a second.
Yeah.
The top of the card shows you what you'll get for harvesting the card. I'll zoom in down there.
There we go.
So on the top of the card, it shows you what you'll earn from harvesting. The middle of the card is what is a recipe that you can bake or brew.
Right. It'll have a beer or it'll have some kind of bread.
Right, and it shows you the required ingredients, so you need to have them in your warehouse. The bottom is for the upgrade and clean step, where you'll add these upgrades, which could either be passive abilities or endgame scoring bonuses that you'll add to your tableau on your side of the player board. That's it. We play a card, and in the
fruitful
years, we're going to pass the deck to each other, and we'll keep doing this draft back and forth until all cards have been played, and then we'll end the season and start the next one.
Yeah.
So you're player 1 with the lighthouse or the windmill. You get to actually take the first action. So what would you like to do?
Wow, this is interesting. Good cards this time. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do this one. I'm going to do an upgrade that says whenever you remove only bread cards while cleaning your brewery or bakery, collect 2 barley.
Okay.
So I'm going to put that. And each of these upgrades has an icon on it that correspond with the icons on each of these little divots, I guess. So you just line it up into there. You can have an unlimited number of upgrades. So that's pretty cool. And cleaning just refers to when we make our beer and bread recipes, they'll either go in our brewery or in our bakery. And we can only have 1 card in there at a time. So you'll need to clean it when you upgrade. I just have nothing else to.
Yeah. Or there are cards that allow you to expand that.
Yes.
So
yes.
if you don't have one, you're out. So okay, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and play a card for the harvest. So I'm going to take 1 water, 1 hop, and 1 barley. Right. So you take that from the supply. So 1 water, 1 hop, and 1 barley, and then you put them in your warehouse, where we only have 9 spots available at the beginning. So we pass our cards.
Okay.
All right, and then you go again.
These are good this time. I feel like we either get like starting cards that are not great or pretty good. I'm going to do another upgrade and give myself an extra storage unit.
Okay. I will do an upgrade and clean action as well. So whenever another player collects water during one of their harvests, you also collect water. So that'll be a way to generate water. Here you go.
I'm going to do the same thing. So there's 2 of those in here. Oops.
Okay.
We don't only upgrade our stuff every game.
Well, speak for yourself. I'll play that. So now, the way this works is, Let's find the best one. Here you go. When you play an additional harvest card, you look at the card you just played, and for every good on that card that matches a previously played harvest card, you get to collect as well. So if you notice, I get 2 waters plus 1 for the match. I don't get to collect those other 2. So I will get 3 water.
And then your action's over, so because of the upgrade, I get to grab a water too.
Yep. And that's it. Your turn.
Switch. Play this and just harvest some wheat and rye.
I will do this, so I will get 2 hops and 1 wheat. And then that's it.
And I will do more harvesting and grab a water, which you get a water too.
I can't store it, so I'm not going
okay.
to. I'll just play this as an upgrade. So whenever I collect any hops during your harvest and store action, I collect 1 additional hop. So that will go here in my harvest section.
And your sickle?
My sickle upgrades. You can have as many of these as you want. So that is the end of the round. So we go to the top section, and we will move the thing forward 1, and now we're in the dry years.
Yes.
All right, so now with this phase, we are going to look at the right side and make sure that we have
the right number,
appropriate amount. So that gets 5. The barley gets 4, so we're going to lose 3 of those. The rye goes down to 4, and the hops actually go up to 4. So that's all the crop that's available.
Awesome.
This year. The next step is now the card phase, right? So we're going to draw back into our hand the harvest cards we've played. Actually, we do the windmill, which we didn't do.
Sorry.
So what we do is the windmill phase is at the end of the year, and whoever has the least amount gets it, and so you keep it. You're going to be player 1 again.
Yep.
Now we pick up our harvest cards and we draw up to, how many do you have?
3.
So you're going to get 3 cards. I'm going to get 2. And now we're back up to 5, and then we draw for this round, for the dry years only, you draw 3 cards, and they would normally go up top, but we'll put them over here, that are sort of like general supply, and we each they're kind of like the offer. We can each pick from these if we want to in exchange for the card in our hand. In the dry years, we do not pass our deck.
Right.
So you start out with the first.
All right, I'm going to harvest. So I'll take a water and a rye.
Good?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to trade one of my cards with one of these. And then I'm going to, you have to use this card. You can't put it back in your hand. So I'm going to actually brew this beer. It's going to cost me 4 water, 1 hay, 1 barley, and 1 hop.
Nice.
So that's like almost all my stuff.
Everything.
Yep, so boom, boom, boom. And then this water goes away. And then this goes on my brewery. And now I can't brew anything until I do a cleanup action with an upgrade. It's your turn.
Okay, I am going to bake some bread. So I'm going to do this bread recipe of 2 wheat, 2, what is this, rye? So I'm making some rye bread and some water.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And into my bakery it goes.
Okay, so I'm going to go and harvest water. I get 2 hops because I have a bonus. Whenever I get hops, I get an extra. 2 hops of water and a barley.
You got a water?
Yep, so you get a water as well because of your upgrade.
Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play this upgrade. here, which gives me another storage unit.
Mm.
And because I played that and I'm going to remove only a bread card,
Mm-hmm.
I collect 2
Barley.
barley. Okay. Yeah, take those 2. Good thing they were there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna trade a card from here, and I will harvest. So I'm gonna get, now I get 2 barley and 2, but there's only 1 barley left, and no extra hops. Once the supplies are out, they're out. You can't get any more.
Yeah. Okay. My turn?
Mhm.
What did you take? No, just barley and hops. I'm going to play this. And get 2 water. And one of these guys. Your turn.
Yeah, hold on. Just thinking here. Okay, I'll trade this guy for this guy, and I'll harvest. I'll take wheat. Now, I can't store it, so I can replace anything I want with it, but I have to give any of the excess to the other player to take if they want it.
I'll take it.
As long as they have room for it. So, your turn.
I'm going to exchange this for the card you just put down.
This one?
Yep.
All
And
right.
I'm going to brew that beer.
Okay.
3 water. 2 barley.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. And 1 hop, or 1 wheat.
Okay. And it's my turn. So what I'll do is I'm going to just do an upgrade and clean, which is extend my storage and clean up my cart. So I'm going to put this somewhere I don't touch it anymore.
Where you don't pick it up.
Yeah, because I have a habit
Put it
of
up by
picking
the
these up.
container because you don't need them.
Well, it's off to the side.
Yeah, they don't
it's
need to see
it's
that.
up here.
Well, I guess
They do
you
need to
guys
see
should
it.
see them. So
Yeah,
that
you should
know
know
how
what
many we
what
have.
I'm dealing with here. So
Yeah.
I'll leave it up here.
Good.
It's out of sight, out of mind. Now this is the end of the
Dry years.
dry years, right?
Mhm.
So we're going to go into the windmill.
Uh-huh.
So the player with the least is you again.
Yep.
So you win that. But now, because it's the end of the dry years, we discard all of these.
Yep.
All of these. And they're out of the game. So now we're starting over
Yeah.
in the fruitful years. So now we're bringing this back up.
It's
To
a 7.
7 hay. 5, 6, 7 hay. 8 barley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 rye. And 6 hops. And that is it.
That's it.
So we are now.
And we also seed the river with any
with all the water,
now that
yeah.
we've done some brewing and baking.
Yeah, we got to bring all the water back. Sorry,
Yeah.
we haven't been doing that, but either
Well,
way,
we haven't needed to because
Yeah.
we didn't make any beer or bread last time. This is the first round we did.
Yeah, we've been doing it. So
Yeah.
okay, so that's it. Now you're player 1. Now remember, we're back in the fruitful years.
Sure are.
We're doing the exchange of cards again.
These are all good. I'm gonna take this one as an upgrade. This is an end game. Just gives me an extra coin.
All right, I'm gonna upgrade as well. More storage. There you go.
Oh, you did swipe that other storage, yeah.
Sure did.
I feel like these are the same ones I just had.
Okay.
I'm gonna play this as an upgrade as well. This sickle one. And I forgot to clean last time, so I'll just clean this beer off my board.
Okay. I'm just going to harvest, take a water and a wheat. Okay.
I'm gonna take and do this harvest. So I'm gonna take a barley and wheat, and I just put down this. If I harvest barley, I harvest an additional one.
All right. I will play this upgrade card. If you remove any bread cards from your bakery while clearing it, collect water. So that is this.
Alright, I guess I'll do this. So I'm gonna collect 2 of these. And 2 of these. And technically I get 1 additional of these. So I'll shoot that to you, but you can't store it, so.
I can.
No, you can't switch out when I give them
Oh, you
when
can't.
I give them
That's
to you.
right. And it goes away.
Yeah.
All right, I will brew 2 water. One of these, one of these, one of these. All right, there you go.
Not what I need.
Yeah, I'm not in love with this either.
Yeah, I guess I'll just keep this for an upgrade. So it's the same one you have, I think, with the bread.
Yeah.
When I clean up bread, I get water.
Let's go. I might as well just harvest a bit. So I'm gonna get a rye, but I'm gonna get 2 of them because of my upgrade, and I'm gonna get hay.
Hey.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So we are done with this phase. So we do the windmill. I have
Which
less
you
stored,
get.
so I get player 1 now.
Yeah.
And now we do sort of our cleanup. So that's gonna come over here.
So we need 3.
3 hay.
It's wheat.
More wheat.
1 barley we need.
Okay, I'm gonna pull away 2 rye.
And we're good on rye.
All right, we're good on hops.
Yep, hops, yeah.
So these are gonna go back in our hands now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many you need?
3.
2, 3. And we have 3 in the offer now. Because we are in the dry years. Remember, no passing. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Okay. So I'm going to do this to start. I'm going to just harvest water because I need it. 1, 2. You get a harvest of water.
I can't hold it.
All right. Can't hold your water.
Boo. I know. I will. I don't have the right stuff for that. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna brew this beer. So that's gonna be 3 water, a rye, or a hops, and 2 barley.
Okay. So I will trade these two, and I'm going to put this out. So I'm going to get 3 water and 1 rye. So I will take 2 of those water, 1, 2, and this rye. Actually, I had 2 rye and a water extra, so you get those.
Nice. Very nice. Perfect. Perfect. I can't do that yet. Too much. It's much too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do that. Yeah, all right. I'll do this. I'll make some bread. So I'll take this. I'll take these 2. I'll take these 2. For some bread.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a I'll do another upgrade. At the end of the seeding phase each year, collect 1 barley. Clear that. Here we go.
Okay. I will do an upgrade as well. Even though I really like this thing. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, do I want to make this a recipe or do I want to? All right, I'll just upgrade. Do this. Another storage unit. And then I can wipe. Now I'm wiping both of these like I'm, I made them. So I get a water for that because of this. I don't get my 2 barley because I didn't only remove bread.
All right, I'm gonna brew this pint. And one of these. There you go.
Good?
Yeah.
I'm going to brew this beer. 2, 1, 1.
Okay, I'm going to harvest, but do I want to harvest anything? What do I want? I actually am going to trade because I think there's better things to harvest. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 water.
Nice.
I'm going to take all of that. 1 barley and 1 wheat. Hold it all.
I like it. And I will just start off by doing this. Barley and wheat. Okay.
All right, so that is the windmill test is yours.
Yep.
These all get discarded. Along with these and these.
3. I need 4 more wheat.
Wow, yeah, we were on the growth phase.
Yes, we are. Whoops. There you go. Oopsies. We need
4,
6. 3 more.
3 rye.
These and 2 more hops, and then we'll get
all the water
back.
comes back to the river. Yeah, we used up a lot of water. We're storing a lot of water. Okay, there you go. So now we are on a
fruitful year.
fruitful year.
The last fruitful year.
That's it. All right. Oh, I might start out with an extra barley because of my card.
Okay, we'll do this. So I'll grab one of these and one of these, and then I get an extra one of those because of my upgrade.
Alright, I guess I'll play this upgrade. Whenever you collect rye, collect an extra rye. There you go.
You're not making any bread.
I know, I need to.
You really need to.
It's just that the ingredients are just don't work out for me.
You don't have like a bread engine.
No, I don't. It's brutal. Okay.
I don't know. I guess this one? I'm not really like making the right stuff. I'll do this, I guess. So grab 1 wheat and 2 rye. Or I keep calling this rye. What is it? Hops.
These are hops. It's
Yeah.
for beer.
I know.
I'm baking bread now, finally.
Okay.
So 2 wheat, 1 barley, and 1 water. There.
Okay. Ah, crap. I screwed up. I guess we'll do this one. I don't know if it's... I think I have any of those that it would pertain to. Kind of want to do this, but I don't want to... I want to play this, but I don't want to clean that. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just leave it there?
All right. I'm just going to harvest. Oh, always grab for the
Yeah.
supplies.
Supply.
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess because it's close to me.
Yeah. What did you harvest? Oh, just those things.
Yeah.
I don't like love these much, but that's fine. It's so much freaking hops. Get a water and 3 hops. Would you like any hops?
Yeah, actually. I'll take them both.
Okay.
That allows me to brew this beer.
No, I
Yeah,
wanted to brew
thank
that
you.
beer.
Well, you made
Crap.
it possible. There you go. Beer
Garbage.
brewed. Beer
That's okay.
has been brewed. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Look at that.
No thanks. I'll just take 2 more storage units for water. Yeah.
Well, I'll collect the hops, but I won't get anything. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't need this upgrade. I already have it, so it's kind
Yeah.
of pointless. So
Okay.
it'll go in my hand for next round, so
Cool.
it doesn't matter. But that's it. So I have the least. So I'm player 1 for
Yeah.
the last round. Actually.
Nice. Okay,
Slide
here we
that
go.
over. What do we got?
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're perfect.
Yep.
I will give you back 2 of these. One of those. And then we just need 4. And then any water.
Yeah, there's only a couple. I don't think we're gonna run out. Okay, there's the water. These are going into our hands. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many do you need?
2.
2 cards. So that's it for that. We're gonna pull up 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
All right, here we go. What are you gonna do?
This is the last one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm first, so
You are first,
I
yeah.
am. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's start with this guy. We're gonna harvest water and wheat and rye. And we're not exchanging cards this round.
I know.
So what you play is what you play.
Wow, that's tricky. Tricky.
It's tricky.
It's tricky. All right, I'm exchanging this card for that one all the way down there at the end. Thank you. I'm gonna harvest this thing, but I'm gonna move these waters over first, over here, so that I can grab this guy, and I can grab that guy. And you get a water too.
I do. Good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to play this guy. So I'm going to harvest one of these and both of these. Get rid of that stinking water.
Man, oh
Get rid
man.
of that.
Well, that's not good.
You can have those, but
I
you
don't
can't
want
because
them.
you're full.
Yeah. That's not good, babe.
I know.
You took my thing I needed.
Sure did.
How am I going to make any bread?
I sure did.
All the breads require,
Rye. Some rye. Well, some just wheat.
Oh.
And barley.
Oh. Yes. All right, I'm going to do... Thinking about how I want / how I need to do this here. I'm going to play this upgrade here. You can go.
Okay. I'm going to play this upgrade here. This is for every 2 bread cards that you sold, gain 1 extra coin for the bread, per bread. So I'm going to clean those out. There we go.
Okay. I am going to play this one. Is that what I want to do? Yeah. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to brew this beer. I'm going to do 3, 2, 1.
All right, bacon bread.
Bacon bread.
2 barley, 3 rye, 1 water. Bread is baked.
I'm going to switch this out for that middle card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Stop. This is where it gets tricky, though, because you're trying to, like, picture how you're going to get stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get one of these,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also, because of my upgrade, I can always harvest rye.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get 2 rye.
Okay.
So there.
There you go.
That. Okay, you're done.
That's it? That's all you did?
Well, I harvested. That's all I can do.
That was... That's why I can't bake anything. Can't brew anything. I'm short 1 ingredient.
You're short an ingredient?
Yeah. Yep, so I will just grab a hop.
Good?
Yep.
I am going to, let's see, do I want to make this one? Or do I want to make 1, 2, I can't make any of those. Yeah, I don't want more beer. All right, I'm going to make this bread. So that's going to be a water, 2 of these guys, and 2 wheats. And there's a bread.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's it.
That's it. That's all she
So
wrote.
we have a notepad. We'll score this up.
Okay.
Okay, so we have our score pad.
Yes.
So let's start with what we need to do here. So take all your sold cards, those besides the board, any in the brewery and bakery, and place them face up in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got beer and I've got bread.
Okay.
Okay. And now add up the numbers printed on the coins, and then
26. So beers, I have 26 plus 2 because I have this upgrade. For every 2 beers, you get 1 extra coin.
yeah, you put that.
Yeah, I put them
down
right
there.
here.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've got.
Like that.
Okay, so what do you have? That's your beers?
Yep.
All right, my beers are 30. Just 30.
Okay. 30.
Yeah, no bonuses.
Okay. Bread.
My bread's got bad. 13,
18.
13, 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I wrote that in the wrong spot. 14. But you get a bonus for bread, right?
I added that. It was just 13 plus 1.
Oh,
for the
okay.
bonus.
All right.
Total 14.
Yep. So now what we do is we actually take so we have a total for our beer and a total for our bread.
Mm-hmm.
The lowest
Is
dollar
your
amount
score.
is your score.
So what was your lowest?
So my lowest score was 18.
My lowest is 14.
Yep.
So you win. That's it.
That's it. That's
right.
beer and bread. Let's go talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it. All right, there you have it. That is 2-player
Beer.
beer and bread.
2 and only 2.
2 and only 2. So that's it. That is it's a very fast playing game.
Yes.
We're not quite as fast as we could be at it yet, but it is definitely one I think we could probably
Yeah.
get down to 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
I think so. Definitely 30.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
it does kind of back you up with a little bit of I can't say full on AP, but there's
Yeah.
definitely a lot of like,
Well, because you're
not sure.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and your strategy shifts from round to round because you're thinking you have that whole like, all right, here's the deck. I know what I want to play maybe in 2 rounds, so like I have to prepare for it now.
Right.
Well, not 2 rounds, but 2 passes, I guess.
That's
2
during
turns.
during the
fruitful years.
fruitful years,
So you're
sure.
like, okay, I think I want to play this. I need to prep for it, hope that the other player doesn't grab that card, and then get your hand back and kind of have an idea what you want to do. But then in the next round, your strategy shifts completely because now you've got a whole hand to work with. And one of the mechanics I really like is the fact that you pick up your harvest cards. So when you're playing for harvest, you're playing knowing that you're going to pick those cards back up again. So you can almost think to yourself, like, this is a card I want to play or I want to keep around because I'm preparing for next round. Right. So I'm going to play this harvest card even if I don't really need the stuff because I know I'll be able to pick it up and maybe fill that order. So it's it's a lot. It's kind of thinky for a small game in a small box.
Yep.
There's a lot of decisions to make.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really solid game because the decisions are chunky with each card because you're not sure, is it worth throwing it away for resources to harvest, or is it something I need to keep because I want that recipe because I need to be able to brew this beer, or is the bonus on it really chunky right now and I need to work, like, so you're faced with these major decisions on top of, do I need to pass the cards away and risk losing this card, right? So there's a lot of decisions, and I like the fact that every other round is almost like a completely different field because now I get to play my whole hand and I can plan better. I can really slow play this now. I can get the resources I need at my pace. If something hits the offer, I can grab that. So I think for a small game, it really hits a lot of great points in. I love the multi-use cards, and I love those really tough decisions. I think that's where it succeeds. Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yep.
And I mean, right down to the scoring too.
So
it goes against your intuition because you want to maybe like, I'm building this engine that produces a lot of like hops and stuff, so I'm brewing a lot of beer.
And you could ignore
all the
hay
bread
and rye, and you won't bake bread, and then you're basically screwing yourself because you don't bake bread at all. You're going to lose the game. You're not going to score any points. So
it forces you to kind of diversify, what you're making,
which is cool because I was heavy beer, and I'm like, at some point I need to shift to start harvesting hay and rye because those are like the main ingredients. They're not so much water. So it really does change the strategy. Now, for all the good things, what don't you like? I think we should kind of start touching on these things.
I would say the one thing that gets me is that the icons for the barley and the wheat are very similar. It doesn't, it's not like the end of the world kind of thing, but I have very good eyesight. I don't know if that would be something that if somebody is like has trouble distinguishing between colors might have an issue with. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question out there for those of you who have who are colorblind and have trouble distinguishing a yellow from an
they're different
orange.
Shapes too, but it's like, but they're similar. They're
similar.
still similar.
Yeah, and
so there's been times when I have to just be careful about which one I'm grabbing. But
and I think on the cards it's very clear, but on the meeples themselves, they are very close.
Right.
In color, if you could see. You've been watching the game. They're really close. So that could be a challenge. One thing and this is I would say it's one of my pet peeves on games, and it happens a lot because it's just a lot the way a lot of games are designed. I'm okay. I can deal with it, but it does bother me. It's when you have something like unlimited upgrades, and it's really like it gets almost unwieldy and unmanageable to remember all of the different upgrades you have.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, I have something for wheat, but which one is it? I have a barley one. I get an extra barley, or do I get one if there's no barley left? I got to remember to take extra water when you harvest water. I'm not going to remember that. Like, it's all of those little nuances. And when you have got like one or two of these out, it's fine. But when you've got like 7 upgrades out, it's like... Like, all of a sudden, I've got to remember that, and I've got to manage. And that's where it gets fiddly.
Right.
That is the only thing, and this is in a lot of games, I see that they have these systems where and it really happens a lot in Tableau builders. It's just the nature of it.
You have to manage it and remember what you have.
It's the management of that. Is that really gets me. But, it's not so bad in this game because it's quick and you're not building out so much.
For me personally, it's more of like... It's more of an issue for me in these quick games because we set them up and I'm like, oh yeah, I get an extra water. Oh no, wait, that was last game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's not like when you're doing a large tableau builder that's like a 90-minute game, 2-hour game.
Right.
You get to know intimately your tableau kind
You're
of thing.
invested.
You're invested in it.
Yeah.
But with a game that plays so quickly like this that you may be tearing down, we could play this again
Yeah,
right now.
and
you know what I mean?
I'll think they still
And-
have the same bonuses
Yeah,
I did
exactly.
last time. I kept thinking that I could play 2 beer cards
Right. Yeah.
because the last time we played, I had an extra. I had the
Yeah.
card to let me play 2 beer cards without having to clean it. So it's just like I kept remembering. I'm like, do I have that card? I'm like, nope, I don't. But so that's the only drawback, and
Yeah.
this is one that is very common in a lot of tableau builders. So I can't really hold it against it. I just wish that there was a way that designers could better implement that.
Yeah.
Or better control it, because it gets unwieldy and it's almost like too much. Like maybe even say, hey, you can't have more than 1 copy of a particular upgrade,
Right.
or you're limited to 3 upgrades per type.
Right.
Just to force
Just to kind of
people
force it.
to.
Well, it forces those decisions too,
Yeah,
which
I think
which
so.
is always nice.
It's just too open. Whenever
to
they
have
say
that.
you're unlimited, you can do as many as you
Yeah.
want. It's like, okay, well, and especially even in games where like, oh, your hand limit's unlimited, and I'm like, I got like 30 cards in my hand. I'm like, okay,
Like,
which one do I want? Like, God, I don't know how to manage this. So that's all I'm saying. It's not a bad thing. It's just that's one of my own personal pet peeves with
Yep.
games. But I think in these reviews, I want to make sure we're giving you more than just, oh, the game's great. We love it.
Yeah.
It's perfect for 2. It is a great game.
Yeah.
As far as 2-player games go, top notch. It's definitely up on
Yeah.
my list of games I want to play at 2 players for sure.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but I like that it's balanced. Like, because
Yeah.
I get into that when we play games that have, I don't know, like the end game scoring and the things. Like, you're always thinking, like, okay, how's, like, as you're playing it, I'm like, is this going to actually benefit me? Is this actually balanced at 2? Am I
Right.
going to get the value out of this card that was intended? Like, I'm thinking that when I'm playing cards, any game
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
play.
yeah.
But you don't have to think about that. Like,
No,
with this
this
game, 'cause
whole
it's like, okay,
game
well,
is
it's
made for 2.
so let's
And
just do
I
it. Yeah.
appreciate that because, whenever you've got a higher player count, you always run into, and we've run into a lot lately,
Yeah.
is where we play these 2 to 4 player games, and at 2, they're just not good. People try to convince you that they're good, but at the end of the day, yeah, they're good games at 4, and we've
Yeah.
played these games at multiple player counts, and at 2, they're just not as good, and you just have to accept that.
Yeah.
We have. Yeah,
Exactly.
but it is what it is. But
Yes.
as far as beer bread goes, this one is definitely in what I would say is the upper yellow.
Because we're do our new rating.
Yeah. So green,
Upper yellow.
yellow, red, right? So
Yeah.
so
Bell
just
curve.
take the bell curve, top and bottom 10%, and then the whole yellow section in the middle.
Yeah.
This one would be in the upper yellow for me.
Yeah.
Because the green games are like cream of the crop.
Yeah.
And this is close, but it's not quite there.
Yeah.
How about you?
I would agree. Yeah,
right.
I agree.
Well, there you have it, beer and bread. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to support us or hang out with us outside of this stuff,
Or if you want a chance to get a copy of Beer and Bread.
yes, we will be
We'll be giving one away
to our
patrons.
to our patrons, an exact copy of this game. It's in the coming months. We have plenty of games to be had
Distributed, yeah.
and distributed, and giveaways to our patrons. A lot of great games. If you go check out our last update video,
Yeah, we
talk about that in detail, so we won't go into it here. But so if you want to support us and support the channel and have a chance to win games, go join our Patreon, AntLab Games, and join our Discord, because that's all
Yeah.
part of it. And we have one big happy family over there on Discord. Very active, very active.
Very active Discord.
It is
It's
just
cool.
blowing up lately.
Yeah.
There's so much chatter, so many great game discussions, and it just stays focused on games.
It's so good. Yeah.
So that's about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
We'll see ya.